Wedding season is here, and that means looking for something old and something new. But when it comes to those finances, we want to avoid something blue. Tim Wilkinson with Freedom Debt stopped by to tell us how. Welcome, Tim.
Good morning.
So, we don't want our marriage to be blue.
No, we don't. And to keep that from being something blue, you want to avoid bringing something borrowed. That's the last part of the cute limerick. That usually means your debt. And it can be your debt together as an engaged couple. It definitely shouldn't be your wedding debt. If you're going to plan a huge wedding, try to keep it within your budget so that you're not digging a hole that you can't emotionally get out of. You got to remember that money, debt, and finance are the #1 cause of divorce.
Ooh, so what should we do before you say I do?
You've got to cross that bridge. Before you cross it together, you've got to cross it, sit down, have a discussion. Are our financial goals? What does our current financial picture look like? Let's plan the wedding. And then, of course, if you do have issues with debt, before you can invest as a couple and invest in a vacation next year or your retirement together, however you want your life to look, the baby planning, deal with your debt.
Okay, so what kind of goals should we be setting?
Well, the goal you should be setting is to at least be saving money on a regular basis as opposed to breaking even or going into a hole. And you got to be realistic with each other. If the wife says, hey, I like $200 a month to do my hair and another $200 for lunches with girlfriends. If you've established this up front, that's different than having it be a shock to the marriage. Or if the man says, look, I have poker night or fishing habits, whatever that is, budget all that out together early before these come as big shocks to the marriage.
Is it easy to fall into those traps when you're married?
My first one or my second one? You've got to cross these bridges. You've got to have these discussions together before it's too late. And if you are in debt before you get married, sit down together or individually before you go into the I do and deal with your debt problems. And one of the ways is finding the alternatives to that. If you can't pay it all off, if you can't triple up your payments, if it's an overwhelming issue already, you're bringing that emotion into the marriage. Get help. And with programs like freedomdebt.com, where we have many alternatives to bankruptcy and credit counseling like debt settlement, that's the best way for many people, negotiating a reduction of what you actually owe to help you get out of debt faster and easier than just trying to do it yourself and never getting there. I've got a great example. A couple letters that is some success that we've had for our clients where they saw a reduction in this case from around $38,000 down to just $15,000. And this individual owed around $20,000. That was reduced to just under $10,000.
Wow.
And that's half of what they owed, a much easier way to get out of debt for someone struggling from month to month to get by.
So how can people contact you?
Well, we actually have a very special offer for better viewers. The first 50 viewers that call in and the first 50 emails we get at freedomdebt.com can just call 800-789-7544. They'll receive a complimentary and confidential debt analysis and a free copy of our budgeting guide, just to see if they qualify for our programs and if our programs are the right alternative for them in their individual debt situation.
Sounds good. Great advice. Thanks, Tim.
Thank you.